Oh, yeah, this was a wonderful idea from the onset. The Daily Mail reports that an Italian man who stashed 20,000 euros, or almost 22,000 US dollars, up his chimney saw his dreams go up in smoke after his wife lit a log fire. Worried about burglars, the man used the chimney as a hiding place in the summer months for his government-issued bonds. In the wintertime, he would move them before the couple used the fireplace to heat their flat in Rome. But this year, he forgot before his wife unwittingly lit a fire for Christmas, because of course he did. He told a local newspaper, "When I saw the flames, I nearly passed out." All is not lost, though. The man contacted his brother who works in the post office, who told him that if he had kept the serial number of the bonds, it might be possible to reissue them. But let's be serious, okay? If the guy chose his chimney to store 20,000 euros worth of bonds, what are the odds that he wrote down the serial numbers? I'm gonna go ahead and say slim to none.
I'm sure the rest of their drive was nothing but pleasant. The Daily Mail reports that a husband in Thailand accidentally abandoned his wife on the side of the road and carried on driving for 100 miles believing she was asleep in the back seat. The couple set off on Christmas Day to drive through the night to visit her family. But the husband had to pull over to urinate in the night and stop the car at the side of the road. After he stepped out of the car, his wife decided she would relieve herself too and ducked into a nearby jungle for a quick bathroom break. But when she returned to the road, the car was nowhere to be seen, and she was left stranded in the dark with no money or phone. So she decided to walk in the hope of finding help. Eventually, after walking for 13 miles, she found a police station and got the police to call her husband. But it took 20 calls before they got an answer, because he didn't notice the phone ringing as he drove onwards, blissfully unaware of the panic he had caused. By the time the driver realized his error, he was 100 miles away from his wife and had to turn back around to pick her up. That lady now has a story to end any argument with absolutely no chance of a response.
Give this kid marks for creativity, I guess? The Smoking Gun reports that a 19-year-old motorist who admitted driving his car 120 miles per hour on an Iowa interstate told the police that he floored the vehicle because a good song came on my stereo, according to a court complaint. After a witness called 911 to report a reckless driver was speeding and swerving all over the road, a sheriff's deputy spotted the suspect vehicle as it flew past him. When the car was subsequently pulled over, more than 2 miles up Interstate 380, driver Nicholas Bernard reportedly admitted to going 120 miles per hour at one point. Bernard explained that he reached the top speed because a good song came on in his 2006 Honda Accord EX. Bernard was only facing a speeding citation when he opened the glove box to retrieve registration and insurance records. But then a deputy spotted a large amount of marijuana in plain view in the compartment. A subsequent search of the vehicle turned up a smoking pipe and other drug paraphernalia, cops report. Bernard was charged with a pair of misdemeanor drug counts and booked into the jail in Johnson County, Iowa. You know how that famous song goes? I outdrove the sheriff, but I could not outdrive the deputy. Weed in my glove compartment. I should get into songwriting.
You ever heard the saying, hindsight is 20/20? Well, this guy sure didn't. Lad Bible reports that a Lionel Messi superfan who got the player's name tattooed in massive letters across his forehead following Argentina's World Cup win has said he now regrets the decision. You think? Colombian Mike Jams decided to make a rather permanent declaration of his admiration for Messi by getting his name scrawled across his forehead. Initially, he defended his new ink after receiving negative comments online. In a clip he posted on Instagram, he said, "I'm not harming anyone, I'm not doing anything illegal." But it seems that since his original post, he's had quite a strong change of heart, and now admits that maybe getting the tattoo wasn't the best idea he's ever had. In a follow-up Instagram video, Jim said, "I regret having done the tattoo because instead of bringing me positive things, it's led to lots of negative things, both personally and for my family." According to Reuters, following Argentina's win against France in the final, people were flocking to tattoo artists with requests to have some ink in tribute to Messi. But I imagine that for most of them, the ideal location on their body was not in the middle of their forehead. But hey, if his objective was social media attention, at least he's got it, I guess.
And once again, common sense takes a back seat to views, likes, and follows. WSB-TV News reports that a motorcyclist who successfully eluded the Georgia State Police got caught after he posted video of the chase on social media. The Georgia State Patrol had begun chasing the biker through 2 counties, but said the driver was able to get away after they lost contact with him. After hearing about the case, the Clayton County Police Department began searching social media and eventually found video recorded by the suspect of the chase on TikTok and YouTube. The video shows the driver weaving in and out of traffic, driving along the shoulders of the road, as well as driving in between vehicles and speeding along the interstate. Using investigative software, they were able to identify the make and model of the motorcycle, which turned out to be a relatively rare sports bike. From there, they tracked down the owner of the motorcycle using his registration. The police then went to the driver's home to conduct a knock and talk. While there, they spoke with the driver, saw the motorcycle, and the driver eventually admitted to fleeing from the GSP. Police subsequently issued 12 arrest warrants against the driver, who has not been identified.
If you want to see all our videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, click the subscribe button below. I mean, hey, my cat's gotta eat.